Do you consider the brain a information processor like a computer, or do you think there's something else going on there? Like, do you think it's mainly we process information and we create a reality?
Yes, I do think it's an information processor, but it's a unique one. I think it's very different than a computer because our brains evolved on a planet. First of all, our brains evolved attached to a body, right, which is really important. That physicality, and our brains evolved on a planet where we had to figure out how to find shelter and food and how to reproduce and how to interact with other human beings and create a culture. All of those problems we had to solve led to the way that our brains evolved so that and how we imagine the outside world to be. And computers also are information processors, but they're processing completely different information than we are. And they evolved in a completely different way than we did. They evolved, in a box on someone's desk, getting power from an outlet, being fed, and they're designed to solve complex mathematical equations. Whereas we were designed to solve physical equations. Like the most important things that we got to figure out is how to find food and throw a rock to hit an antelope so we can eat, and how to reproduce and how to build a house. And there's all these physical problems, which is why, the other thing I like to talk about is like, will an AI and a robot ever replace a neurosurgeon? And I always say no, because we've evolved to solve physical problems as human beings. And AIs and robots are not particularly good at solving physical problems. If you ever see like the robot soccer game where they put like the robots on the field, like football, they're horrible at it, right? They can't play because they're not physical, beings. They're really good at playing chess because, that's a different type of skill set than solving a physical problem, because a chessboard has the same board every time, the same players that do the same thing every time. The rook is not going to suddenly jump over 50 pieces and choose to do something else. And the board's not going to change its size in the middle, which would mess a computer up. But a human being could adapt and figure that out, because then that becomes a physical problem that's changing. So we're both information processors, but we're designed dramatically differently because we're designed to solve different problems.